guest for October 1986 is...
My name is Brendon Ellmer. I'm an old friend of Penny Shaw's, and I'm currently the general manager of HBF Park in Perth.
You're sporty.
Yeah, a long time career in the venue and events industry. So,
and you are English.
I am
obviously.
Very English. You could probably tell from Sussex. Yes.
Even though you've been here almost as long as me.
23 years.
23.
Man and boy.
Somebody pointed out, I put Wednesday the 31st of September. There is no 31st of September.
Maybe in a parallel universe.
I know, so I don't know whether I've started... Oh, yeah. So I've started on the 2nd of October. So the 1st of October did not happen. So whoever pointed that out, well done. I did not notice. October 1986. Thursday the 2nd. Off school again. I can't talk. Lou is staying the night. So I'm too sick to go to school, but I'm not too sick to have a friend to stay. Watched Chris play rugby today against Pangbourne. Saw Angus looking gorgeous. But because of my usual feeble nature, I didn't say anything. I don't think he even saw me, let alone recognised me. You've been watching Rivals.
Love it.
Angus was my Rupert Campbell Black.
Right.
So you always think it's not possible that everyone can fancy one person. It's just silly.
Yeah.
He was that person.
He was that person.
We all fancied him.
There's always one.
Never snogged him. Been one of the great disappointments in my life. Probably would have been disappointing, actually.
Let's just go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that. Would have been really shit. Organised Katie Pell's party this evening with Katie. It was very funny. It was a pirate party. They all dressed up. 15 girls and 2 boys. So she's a friend from Guide Camp, but she's a little bit younger than me. So obviously I'm playing that older sister. We made them play thousands of games. Pass the parcel, the chocolate game, feeding each other jelly, blindfold, sounds messy, races, the adjective game, pin the parrot on the pirate, ghost in the graveyard, etc. We also blindfolded them and passed round objects whilst telling a story. A mouldy potato was supposed to be the mouldy floor, slightly different texture, shape. Slimy walls, Swarfiga. Oh, do you remember Swarfiga?
Oh, Swarfiga. That weird green goo that you cleaned stuff with. God, I forgot about that. A unique smell.
Unique smell. It was to take off grease if you got your hands greasy. I wonder if it's still... Maybe
and it was also used as a lubricant to fit pipes together.
English listeners, is Swarfiga still a thing? We've just lived here forever, so maybe it's just not an Australian thing.
It could be still there, I don't know. But
Swarfiga.
Yeah.
I got engaged to a little boy because he was called Dan and he wanted to marry me. He's 12. This is the limit of my sex life. Okay. So the first 3 boys...
Funny we could see Dan now.
I know. It was a running joke with my friends that I seemed to snog anyone called Dan.
Yeah, I know that was Danny Dyer. Can you believe it?
Sunday the 5th. Didn't get to sleep until 2 last night. I was so hassled. Did nothing all morning, then went to lunch to listen to the inter-village quiz, which Berwick is winning at the moment. Got back at 3 and did my English prep till 6, then got fed up and did some other prep. It took hours. I was in a foul mood, and so, consequently, was everybody else. If I'm in a bad mood, so is the family, and vice versa. Monday the 6th. I'm sure I did something exciting during the day. Oh yes, I sniffed all the way through double English. I'm still sex-starved. For the record, I had not had sex. So I have been sex-starved, since birth.
Well, clearly it's on your mind now, clearly.
It's on my mind.
Clearly.
I think I'm just talking
Have others had
snogging.
sex that you're aware of? Because this is always the kind of peer pressure and the whole...
I think it has...
someone else has sex, and then you're suddenly like, oh my God, maybe I'm never going to have sex.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that.
There were always girls that you thought might have done, but I don't think there was anyone confirmed had actually done it. Because they would have been then probably slut-shamed then, so I think...
Can't win.
Cancelled, yeah. So I don't know. I think we've had lots of speculation about who might lose it first. Oh, that was the thing. So in the last one I read the poem, The Eve of St. Agnes, and I said that's the way to lose it. And then I did a little bonus episode where I read that poem. Do you want to know my ideal way of how I wanted to lose it? For those that haven't read it. Well, it's about... It's a sort of medieval story, and Madeline is... and it's a sort of Romeo and Juliet story. So there's Madeline and Porphyro, and Madeline's doing this spell. So she goes to bed and she's enchanted. She can't look round, and then you're supposed to dream of the person you're going to marry on St. Agnes Eve. St. Agnes was a 12-year-old martyr who was killed because she didn't want to get married. She was sex-starved as well. So Porphyro turns up, and then the maid lets him in, and he hides in her cupboard, and then he waits for her to be asleep, and then he sneaks out of his cupboard and gets into bed with her and does the deed when she's asleep.
I'm pretty sure that's illegal with most countries.
Pretty sure we would not call that consensual.
No. I've got to hide in the cupboard in her bedroom.
Anyway, and then they wake up and then they run away together and get married.
There you go.
But it's still pretty creepy.
It's very creepy indeed.
Not recommended.
No.
We don't recommend that.
No, I wouldn't say that's good.
No. I went to the fair today with Emma, Lucy and Katrina. It was a great laugh. We went on the carousel twice. It was brilliant. So this would have been one of those travelling fairs, St Giles Fair.
Yeah.
Came to Abingdon and Oxford at this time of year. So
one of those ones that's kind of fun in the day, and at some point during the week someone gets stabbed in the evening. One of them ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone throws up eventually.
Everyone throws
after
up.
the candy floss and the...
Yeah, and probably a couple of snake-biting blacks before they've gotten a ride.
Yes, speaking my language. We were desperate to give everyone over 5 out of 10, looks-wise, smouldering, sexy looks. It didn't work. The talent was very low indeed, but it did Hugh. Don't know who Hugh is. Had a Chinese meal tonight. Grandma bought it. Yummy. Tuesday the 7th. I am too young to be 16. I don't want to be 16. Do you know how I'm going to spend my 16th birthday? I'm going to go knicker shopping in the morning, then watch Chris playing rugby, my brother. Then I'm going to have a meal in London with a family and grandma. Thrills. Just compare that to last year. Ha ha. I'm not going to tell you what happened. You'll have to see last year's diary. I was going out with Neil. And I think I went to a gig. I fancy Neil a lot. There was snogging. I don't think he was ever my boyfriend, but on my birthday I went out with him to a band. Just, this year it's like knicker shopping, hanging out with grandma. Does not compare. Yeah.
All downhill.
Canoeing tonight was actually okay. I didn't panic when I capsized. I managed to do an Eskimo rescue properly. Just as well, seeing as the test is next week. The world is full of aphids. Wednesday the 8th. Started off being really pissed off in lacrosse today because I was playing left defence in the first team because Poggy wasn't there.
Poggy is definitely the most public school name I've ever heard in my life.
I know. Had a netball match this evening against Didcot, who were very good. Anyway, we won 13-9. Spent the whole evening copying up.
Don't know.
I think that's when we had written notes in our rough books. Did you have a rough book?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had to... Basically, our homework was often copying up the notes that we'd taken in class and writing it neatly in our exercise books. Mm-hmm. That must have I have forgotten that. Thursday the 9th. Went to Mr. Sadler's band tonight. It was a real scream. It was like the over 60s club and me. How funny. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Barry, who I shared a stand with, was a right case, a first-class weirdo, but they were all quite kind to me.
What are you playing?
Clarinet. Mummy has been told she must never sunbathe again or she'll get skin cancer. She's heartbroken. It means such a lot to her.
Oh. What a cruel medical professional would say that to someone.
Can't sunbathe, like in the mid-80s, telling somebody they couldn't get a tan.
It's ridiculous. It's like saying...
That's like abuse.
Like saying smoking's bad for you.
Yeah. That's terrible.
How many horrific sun tanning stories have we got from the 80s? I mean, people putting olive oil on themselves.
I just wanted to peel. That was the dream.
Burn peel to
burn. If you hadn't peeled, you hadn't felt that you'd been on holiday.
Amazing.
And yes, I have had skin cancer, people. I've had many things burnt off. Yes. Friday the 10th. I'm writing this on Sunday because in actual fact, I was totally freaked out today. Oh, yes, right. It's the first time I've been seriously depressed. It was really frightening. I spent the whole day nearly in tears, physically and mentally knackered. I had a PE lesson, a physics lesson, a very strenuous singing lesson where Mrs. Hodges, told me I was totally run down. Then lax trials for 2 hours, which I totally cocked up. Then it was the open evening and I had to play netball and 7-a-side lax. I got home and cried and cried. The last straw being that I saw my birthday pressie. It was horrible and I wasn't looking forward to my birthday at all. I was too knackered.
What was it?
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, it's not. It's my birthday the next day, the 11th.
So, talk about clickbait.
Sunday the 11th. Still felt depressed today, but tried to hide it from everyone else. I got a gorgeous guitar from M&D. It's the nicest one I've ever seen. Maybe I saw something that wasn't my birthday present. Because I seem to be happy with my guitar. I have to learn more now. Never did. I got the new Aha record and Krista Burr music from Chris, a nightie and some furry slippers from Granny and Grandad, £15 from Grandma, a folk song book from Auntie Pam, and Lou gave me a lovely picture. Ruth and Sarah came round this morning for a birthday breakfast, drank too much champagne, ate too much cake and fell ill on the bus going to Oxford.
Got to say, that birthday list, yeah? You'd be happy with that now.
I'll be happy with that. Actually, I've got a record player now. I'm hoping for some records for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, so my mum gave us champagne for breakfast and then packed us off on the bus.
Well, that's...
Thanks, Mum. Yeah, it's the 80s, right?
That's the 80s, right there.
Met Ellie and Evelyn and Tanuja in Oxford and we pratted around. It was good fun. Then Tanuja and I went to watch Chris playing rugby at Magdalen College School, only we couldn't find the pitch for ages. It's a very big school, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Posh school. This evening we went on a surprise trip to the theatre at Sonning. It's a theatre restaurant, so the tickets include a meal and a show. Both were superb and I really enjoyed myself. I actually didn't. I actually really remember being quite depressed that day. Sunday the 12th. Recovered from my depression, thank goodness. So mine was not very long lasting.
Very quick, yeah.
It was horrific. I thought I'd stay like that forever. Yeah. Went to church and played my new guitar this morning. Then did homework for the rest of the day. I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow because of sinusitis. Monday the 13th. Stayed off school today because I had a doctor's appointment at 12:15 and she said I had to take 2 days off school. I was all prepared to go back this afternoon, but Mum wouldn't let me. Actually, I did feel manky and I'm doing my canoeing test tomorrow and a netball tournament on Wednesday. I'm going to concentrate very hard on trying to go out with someone. I need TLC. And then in brackets I've put tender loving care.
Just in
case.
Just in case.
You thought I'd made that up. Oh, how can I concentrate on going out with somebody? It's not that easy, Penny. You've got to do the opposite, haven't you? You've got to pretend you don't care.
And open. It's a bit like getting into a French nightclub.
Tuesday the 14th. I passed my canoeing test. Woohoo! I've got my 2-star now. The test itself wasn't too horrific. My Eskimo rescue was a bit worrying, but that's all.
But it's nice you got that qualification, but obviously canoes form quite a major part of your life from that moment on.
I like to be competent at everything, Brendon. That's all I'm saying. And if you put me in a canoe, I would be fine. This is the middle of October in the Thames.
Freezing.
Freezing.
You would be doing it now.
And I had sinusitis literally the day before. The doctor said 2 days off school. And there I am. I'm capsizing in the Thames.
Yeah. They were just about to privatise the water at that time, so it was still clean.
Not
now.
Well, I don't think it was
all
very
downhill
clean.
after that.
Yes. Maybe. Ellie and Evelyn wrote millions of notes and Lou shoved them in all my books. They all said words meaning Penny loves Andy Wintle or said words meaning. What do you mean? What does it sound like in French? Penny loves Andy Wintle or Penny for Andy, etc. If only they'd known. They would have written penny for Dave the canoe instructor. Sigh. I'm not going to see him again now. Sniff. But he did give me a badge saying, "Think aluminium," as a token of our friendship. Said, "I shall treasure it always."
Think aluminium? I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all.
I don't know. Think aluminium. I don't know. I mean, he was also at this kind of trade fair thing we were going to. I said he was there, so maybe he actually had a job apart from being a canoe instructor. As an aluminium maker.
Technician.
Oh, I fancied him. Bless.
I've got a visual of him, an 80s canoe instructor.
But you see, you think Dave now and you just think an old fart, don't you?
You do, yeah.
But Dave was a young person's name then.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Wednesday the 15th. We won! What, I hear you say. I may not have told you, but we played a netball tournament this afternoon. The South Oxfordshire won. That's 5 years running. Every year we've won, and every year I've been captain. Isn't that annoying? Like, these days I feel like they mix things up a bit.
Yeah.
The whole of my school life I was sports captain, that was that. Nobody ever went, "Can I have a go?" No, it's my job. Fuck off.
Well, you know, it used to be whoever was kind of like the best for the role at the time. It wasn't like everyone...
I know, but how would you know if you never changed?
Well,
I mean,
no.
we literally never swapped. I played the same position, yeah, for 7 years. And I was
sport is
captain.
entertainment, basically, so yeah.
Sport is entertainment. I am with you right
it
there.
is entertainment.
So maybe I was the most entertaining. Oh yeah, Ab School are going to do West Side Story next term. And guess who won't be allowed to audition? Yes, me. Wonderful news, hey? Sarcastic voice.
Why not?
Because we could only audition for parts in the play when we weren't in an exam year.
Okay, makes sense. Yep.
Does it?
Well...
In terms of what I've done in my life, I'd
That's
be
true.
better off being in West Side Story
That is
than
true.
going to my divinity.
That is true, yes.
I can tell you that.
Yeah, yep, fair point.
Friday the 17th. There was a beauty contest at lunchtime to discover Miss St. Helens 1986. Hold on.
What?
What just happened?
What? How old are you?
16.
Well, that's
old enough.
That's appropriate.
That's
then.
appropriate.
Yeah.
It was hysterical. Okay, maybe it wasn't a serious competition. Claire Frith entered. All the rest were first and second years. She was wearing a ball gown and masses of makeup, and they weren't. She was the only one who walked properly, smiled, and held her head up. Although she overdid everything a bit. They placed her second on account of the age difference. She should have come first. The interviewing was good. They each got asked 2 questions. Claire said her ambition was to be a page 3 girl.
Oh, so of its time. So of its time.
She would have been joking. She would have been playing the part of a common person. And she said she admired Mr. Higginson, who was one of the judges. So it was who you admire and what you want to make. All the rest gave really boring answers. Well, there you go. And the rest were first and second years. Who thought it was a good idea to have a beauty competition at a girls' school? Right?
Who would have run that?
I don't know. Mr. Higginson was the music teacher.
Well, he's got a black mark against his name straight
Well, the
away.
other music teacher ended up in prison.
Oh, yeah, we had a teacher end up in prison. But only recently.
Yeah, only recently.
Yeah.
Not Mr. Higginson, in case anyone's worried. This afternoon, we went to the chiropractor in Abingdon. First, she asked thousands of questions, then made me lie on a couch and wiggled my bones around. My vertebrae were squiffy, my pelvis twisted and raised on one side. That sounds like every chiropractor's appointment ever. My skull was twisted diagonally. What a crackpot. She corrected all those bits and pulled the rest of me around. She was very friendly. And the treatment didn't hurt. When I got out, however, I felt completely sloshed. My thoughts were all twisted and curly and I couldn't walk in a straight line. Anyway, it's not nice at all. Hope it's okay by tomorrow. Saturday the 18th, lacrosse tournament. We lost. Didn't feel 100%. All my joints felt loose and clicked a lot. I think I'm overthinking this chiropractor thing.
Clearly.
Sunday the 19th. Katie and I went to Sarah's to collect the tent we're borrowing, and we got a lecture from Brian about tent care. I bet something awful happens to it.
Tent care.
Sarah, don't smoke in the
tent.
tent.
Don't smoke in the tent.
If you want to read Confessions of a Third Year, you'll better read my last diary, because it's much more exciting than this one. Went to a jazz evening at the Home Sweet Home tonight with Ruth, Toby and Sarah. It was cool and hairy. Drank a lot of gin and tonic.
So how old were you at this point?
16.
So it's total underage drinking. Which
it's been on going on for years, darling, years.
We had a common issue in our town where people would get to their 18th birthday and have a party, and the landlord would go, "Hang on, you've been drinking here for 3 years."
I'm surprised he even mentioned it. I don't think anyone in my local pub would have thought I was 18.
No.
I don't think I ever had to pretend.
No. It was a good entry point to adult world, because being an underage drinker, you had to behave.
I have never done anything really naughty in my whole life. Well, nothing deliberately planned and naughty. I have got to put this right.
Can't wait you turn that page.
Tuesday. I think my time has come to do something deliberately naughty, like drown Miss Gilliver, for instance.
Okay, I did kind of see it going down this path, but anyway.
She was a silly, patronising git and said I couldn't give up history.
How very dare she?
Guess what?
You did.
I did.
Good on
Nobody
you.
tells me what to do.
No, that's it.
We weren't allowed to give up history.
That's definitely happening then.
Yeah. Yeah, Miss Gilliver. At least I didn't kill her, though.
Oh,
for the record.
Just to be clear. But she went missing after that, didn't she? Quite soon after that.
Yes, she's never been seen since. Phew, I feel better now. Last night, Amanda and Tracy went to their evening nude life drawing class at Abingdon School. They go each Monday. Last night, they had a different model from usual. He was small and rather scrawny, but when he took off his trousers, everyone had total hysterics. Silently, because his willy nearly reached his knees. It was about a foot long. What a laugh. Oh my god. So they did a new drawing class with male models.
That's quite surprising. That's very...
And that was at the boys' school, so I don't know if it was the boys modelling. I mean, it was the 80s. Got a chemistry test tomorrow, Wednesday the 22nd. I've got to think of some original answers to typical questions asked in interviews for magazines, beauty contests, etc. I'm planning on entering competitions in magazines was a thing. Likes. Okay. Talking. Laughing. Walking/jogging in the rain. All the music. Going to the theatre. Lacrosse. Dislikes. Noisy eating. Still a thing. And dead seaweed.
Mm-hmm.
Most admired person. Beaker, the lab assistant from the Muppets.
Again, surprising choice.
kind of a good choice, I feel, Beaker.
Yeah.
I mean, because he was always doing things that scared him.
Yeah.
But he did them anyway.
Yeah. Ambition
to enjoy life. Most afraid of piranhas.
In Oxfordshire, I'm pretty...
I must say, I don't fancy being eaten by piranhas.
That someone would release some into a local river or something.
Sentimental item, snowy. That'll do for tonight. If I think of any more, I'll add them on. Gave out my invitations to my party. Chris and Matt are organising it. Oh, we've all been... This is a great party. We've all been convicted of something and I have to come to prison. I've got football hooliganism. See August the 22nd. That's the haircut. Marie got indecent exposure. Lou got mass murder. She became a anaesthetist.
Oh, there you go.
Mass murderer. Ellie, drugs. Penny, drunk and disorderly. Cat, espionage. Phew, nearly half term. Lou and I had an interesting talk after lunch about how we'd like to lose it, ideally.
Here we go again.
Virginity. Okay. Our ideas were quite different. Lou decided that it would be best at someone else's party in the winter by a radiator on the floor with only one sheet.
It's, to be fair, it sounds
quite specific.
It sounds more realistic, doesn't it? It's probably how most people lose.
That's quite practical, isn't it? By the radiator at somebody else's party.
How most people lose their virginity is probably fairly aligned to that, I would say.
Well, I decided on a beach with lots of warm wind and waves, stars with small clouds flying by, or, if in the winter, on a hearthrug by an open fire. Good, eh? I wonder what it would be like in reality. Probably some sordid, manky room somewhere with smelly sheets and a naked light bulb. You never know. If I continue to write a diary, you just might find out. Oh dear. Had a total panic tonight trying to pack for holiday. Nothing is fitting in, sniff. Please refer to small red diary, the one with the summer holiday in it, for the next few days. Okay, red diary. Okay, so this will be Ranger Camp.
Never heard of it.
Rangers is what you do after Girl Guides.
Oh, okay. Right. Is that single sex still?
Yeah, single sex, just girls. So there was Venture Scouts, which was boys and girls, but Rangers was like, I think, 14 to 16, just girls.
Any lacrosse players?
You'll find out. Home clothes day today. God, that was a boring way to start. I'm now in a warm and cosy tent with Katie and Natalie. It's raining outside. We arrived... It was bloody cold. What time of the year to go camping? I guess end of October. We arrived late in typical Ranger fashion. The journey was a total disaster. Trendy Wendy spent the whole journey swearing at the bus, the other drivers, and laughing hysterically. Trendy Wendy was our Ranger, our leader. Katie made tactless comments all the way to Wendy, a girl. I want a girl called Wendy, not Trendy Wendy. Natalie threw chocolate milkshake all over the little chef, and I sang, "Oh, the little chefs."
The little chef.
For our foreign listeners, they were a chain of
sort of
service stations. Yeah, roadhouses, I guess.
With really, really poor quality food. If you're at a festival or a party and you're coming back from somewhere terribly hungover, a little chef might tempt you in.
We are having fits at the moment because the wind is gale force something and our tent has only about half the pegs we needed and no guy ropes. Aha! Still, we made it. We've pitched and we're warm. What more could you want?
What more could you want?
Saturday the 25th. Woke up, got up, had breakfast, all fine. We congratulated ourselves on how well everything was going. Haha, I knew that would be fatal. It was blowing a gale and raining, so Trendy Wendy decided that we would all go to the public caves in the morning and we would climb in the afternoon. We drove for about an hour and got to the caves. They were very interesting, much to my surprise. The guide had a really thick accent and we were all talking to each other in it. It was funny. Bet he thought it was bloody hilarious. Caroline had an experience. She was reluctant to crawl through one of the smaller holes, and one of the Ventures got rather anxious. So Venture Scouts, I think, are boys.
I think so, yeah.
Her fear brought out the more noble side of his character, and from that time on, he devoted himself entirely to her welfare.
I bet he did.
After each tender question, he added, "Caroline," to develop the personal contact and make her relax. What am I doing? Needless to say, everyone else thought this was hysterical, and Caroline nearly burnt a hole in the mountain from blushing, one imagines.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Rather than any other kind of heat. We finally returned to the campsite at 7:30. It was pitch dark, and we didn't take long to discover that 4 out of 6 of the tents had blown down, ours included. At first it didn't look too bad, but it was. Our ridgepole had snapped, and the others were completely bent and totally irreparable. We were not too thrilled, especially as it's Brian Rogers' tent, as Sarah's dad. He lectured us on tent care.
Tent care.
He should have given us all the tent poles and the blinking guy ropes, Brian. Not our fault.
Maybe it was a bitter experience from him, and that's why he was talking about tent care. The pegs had not come back.
Well, I know, but he shouldn't have sent us off with it. Wendy had a spare tent, and we set to work putting it up. Katie got a headache and wasn't a lot of use. TW, just now fully abbreviated, was having total hysterics.
How old is Trendy Wendy?
Look, to me she was ancient, but I'm guessing just older
20.
than us. No, she would definitely have been in her 30s, I'm saying, but maybe older. One of the other tents was totally ripped. They had to sleep in a caravan. Finally, after getting organised, after an incredible panic, we began to cook dinner. Oh, God. Omelette and smashed potatoes. Do you remember smash?
Oh, smash, the powdered...
Oh, mash, get smash. Yeah.
The powder potato thing.
The wind was so strong, the gas kept blowing out, and we had to use a trangia. Do you know what that is?
No.
And they were just little hiking aluminium pans with, I think, meth burning stoves. The food was lovely. We stuffed it down, and then we went to the pub.
As you would.
As you would.
As a 16-year-old ranger.
Yeah.
Probably with wind.
Well, she would have had to have driven us there. We talked all evening and drank cider. Trendy Wendy had a complete fit on the way back because we were discussing sex. Not explicitly, just subtly on the bus. Not even in public. She also said, "Remember, you're rangers, and try and act 17, not 12. None of us are 17. Very knackered."
You couldn't make it up. Oh, what's the appropriate thing to do with these bunch of 16-year-olds? All right, everyone on the bus, we'll go to the pub.
Yes. And then berate them for
Yes.
not behaving like 17-year-olds. And it's not like she thought we were 18. No. Sunday the 27th, we are in the middle of a crisis. We are stuck in the minibus, which has broken down for the second time. Drama! Everyone went caving or climbing this morning. I did climbing, and so did Katie, of course. We had to do a small bit to get the hang of it. It was supposed to be easy, but it wasn't at all. I volunteered to go first, as I was the only one to have done it before. Then we went off to the main rock face, about 100 foot. God, honestly, it's giving me anxiety. The easiest bit was already being used by 3 other groups, so we had to take the not so easy bit. It looked okay from the bottom. I went first again. It took me hours. Well, it seemed like it anyway. There was only one small bit I got really stuck on. That was pukey. I had to pull myself up by my arms, which was très difficile. Katie went next and fell off right at the start and had hysterics all the way up, crying, not laughing. We were supposed to abseil down, but they couldn't find a suitable spot. Buzz...
Had you done any abseil training at all at that point? Or?
I think I'd done some abseiling, but only like on a tower.
Yeah.
You know, which actually has ropes that attach to...
Specific.
Yeah, ropes that attach to scaffolding.
A rigging point.
A rigging point. Yeah, that's
not,
what I'd done.
Not a rope around
this
a rock.
Is a 100-foot rock. Buzz from Rangers said, "Oh, well, we'll send Penny down first to see if it's safe." He was joking, but as it turned out, he might well not have been. I was just lowering myself over the cliff when Clifford, the well-named Clifford, who was holding my safety rope and was attached to me, slipped over totally and slid towards the edge. I fell a little way down, then stopped, and he managed to just stop himself at the edge of the cliff. I thought he was going to join me. After that, the actual abseiling was rather tame.
Far out. And these people are allowed to have people's children and look after them?
Yes, and you know, I think they did have a safety rope, but it was literally pegged into the grass.
It's not really going to do much.
Grass.
Yeah.
Very, very poor safety. Had lunch in the minibus, soup and rolls. This afternoon we went caving again. It was an absolute scream. We went with Catherine, Steph and Hugh. Hugh's cropped up. They're really nice. After a while, we got to a really tight bit called the corkscrew, for good reason. It was a thin, lumpy passage about 6 foot long, spiralling upwards again. God. Nightmare. I'll never know how I managed it, but it'll be a miracle if I ever have children. I imagined caving would be so lumpy. I imagined all the rocks would be smooth, not sticking out. We got to another tight bit, which ended up with about a 6-foot drop. You had to thread yourself backwards on your tummy over the edge. I found this amazingly difficult. Every time I bent down to get into the right position, I shoved Katie back down the hole and got a mouthful of mud. We began to play Famous Five. I was Julian, Katie was Dick, as usual. Catherine was George, Hugh was Aunt Fanny, and Steph was Timmy the dog. None of us could stop giggling.
Nice to know you didn't sort of gender stereotype in those. Way ahead. Well done.
Hugh was Aunt
Cross
Fanny.
species and everything.
Exactly. We had to get back up the drop on the return journey. Katie got stuck. Dick got stuck. Timmy was shoving her through like a cheese through a grater. I, Julian, was next and spoilt my image by yelling, "Ouch, my tits are squashed," at Dick. We met up with some poor bloke who I immediately christened Uncle Quentin, much to his surprise. Then I decided to put a mud pack on my face, which is good for the complexion, and Katie copied me, of course.
Oh dear.
I don't know how we ever made it out, but we didn't stop laughing for hours. Bus broke down again, clutch gone. Got lift back from Man. Had yummy dinner, very nearly shot Katie. Monday the 28th. The tent was still up this morning. It was raining again and more windy. We got up gradually and decided to have sandwiches for breakfast instead of cooking. That's quite sensible.
It is.
Took a picture of Katie, Natalie and Trendy Wendy in the river. Well, on a tree in the river. We followed the river further up. We came across a piece of knotted baling twine hanging from a tree over it. I told Katie she ought to pretend she was Tarzan and swing across the river. You'll never guess what she did. Well, she tried, only she fell off in the middle and landed waist deep in water and then fell over.
This is late October in Northern Europe, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like a...
Natalie and I wet ourselves. Katie screamed. I made her do it again so I could take a photo. A bit further up, I found another swing. I meant to just swing to the edge and stop, but I couldn't. I carried on going and also fell in. Only up to my thighs, though. Went back, Katie changed, but I didn't. Pony trekking. God, I'm just exhausted. Pony trekking at about 10:50. Katie was screaming her head off because she couldn't ride. It had stopped raining by this time and we had a lovely ride with 2 gallops. Some of us anyway. My pony was called Dusty and was obsessed with eating. It wasn't fussy what, either grass or other people's ponies. Had lunch at a pub. Yum yum. The cider around here is gorgeous. Some blokes kept waving at us out of the window and we had to keep repeating, "Remember you're a ranger," our camp motto.
While drinking a pint of cider.
Yes. Better to get back on the ponies. Trekked back to camp, packed up and went. Said our sad farewells to the others. I'm now going to write a short character sketch of everyone.
Oh, it's not going to be good, is it?
Katie, usually funny, but doesn't know when to shut up. Always whining and copying me. Bit of a prat.
There you go.
Natalie, quiet, organised, nice French girl, good sense of humour. Curly Caroline, rather cynical sense of humour. Very touchy, gets worked up easily. Basically nice. Other Caroline, very nice and funny. Vicky, funny, good-tempered, peacemaker for the 2 Carolines. Wendy, rather boring, only laughs if pushed. Very horsey. Jackie, rather superior, know-all, older than us, and emphasises it somewhat. Catherine, rather nothingy.
Oh, nothingy. Nothingy, Catherine.
Trendy Wendy, totally off her rocker. Means well, Bren like a sieve. Flares up easily about trivial things. Val, mental, very funny and fat. Anne, nervous, laughed hysterically about nothing all holiday. High-pitched, squeaky voice, always seems on the verge. Minibus, spiteful.
I mean, why would Trendy Wendy, get fly off the handle? She's only dealing with a a bunch of teenage girls.
I mean, good on you, Wendy, if you're out there. You're still alive. Tuesday, 28th. We're on the home straight. It was brilliant fun. You must read my other diary. Okay, we did. Went into Oxford with Ruth and bought a red jumper. Cool. Missed several buses and ate lots and lots. Food, not buses. Went babysitting tonight. It was horrific. Nicole had her godchildren staying with her. 3 of them, aged 4, 8 and 11. I think they've been running riot with Nicole, who they call Nick Wet to each other. One of them lost a tooth. One of them did a nude dance in the landing. Patrick woke up screaming, wet nappy, and Katrina, the oldest, giggled to herself silly at everything. I should have got danger money. Wednesday the 29th. Went hiking this morning with rangers. God, I've only just got back from camp. It was just me, Natalie, Katie and Valerie, the other frog. We had to walk right up Hollantide Bottom, which is very muddy. That is not a euphemism, Brendon. No. That's just a path. Also, you have to go single file, so talking is quite difficult. Not euphemism again, just to be clear. Talking is difficult, as it was very boring. We got to Cuxham early and at lunch at 11:15 in the graveyard. Then we did some brass rubbing. Thrills.
The old brass rubbing.
Brass rubbing. Yeah. For people that don't know, that's when you go to a church and you get a piece of paper and a crayon. And then you make a rubbing. You rub it, so it kind of the indentations. What would we call it? No, just like a... I don't know. Tracing? It's not tracing. It's not tracing, no. It's rubbing. It's a rubbing. It's a rubbing. Stop saying rubbing. Stop it. Brass rubbing. Thrills. Lynn drove us back because we couldn't be bothered to walk. Okay, that was good. This afternoon, Chris threw me out of the house, so I went to Ruth's. The party was brilliant. Mine, by the way. Oh my God, so I've just come back from camping and I'm throwing a party. Everyone had to come accused of a crime and dressed accordingly. Hill and Joe came early, so Hill and I had a good chat and dressed up together. First, we had to escape from our prison without being found out. We all got to the shed and got locked in with a stink bomb. Yuck. Stink bombs. Stink bombs. Did an adjective game, hysterical. Then we had to follow a trail, make contact with a Russian soldier, etc. To the Russian soldiers, we said Signa Sigwa Sputnik Vodka Smirnov Gorbachev. There's the 80s right there. Well, what's that though? Zig Sputnik? Oh, Zig, the whole thing. Zig Sputnik, yeah. Yes. Vodka Smirnov Gorbachev. This took hours. We went up Hollantide Bottom, yuck. Again, single file. Down to the church where Matt and Joe jumped out on us and everyone fell over. Across to the phone box, everyone fell over in the field, tripping over Marie. Through Swampland, up to Ladybrook, scary, back again, and to the duck ponds, where the prize was hidden on the island. Chris nudged Marie and she went flying into the pond. Ellie threw her a rope and life saved her. She was very cold and very, very smelly. And very unhappy, I would have thought. Yes. The prize was a bottle of cider. Hey! Marie had a shower when we got back and we talked until about 3. Thursday the 30th. Woke up at 7. Slept after everyone had gone. Would have been tired. Friday, it must be half term. Would have to be. That's why we're on camping holiday. Yeah. Friday the 31st of October. Last day. Went to the chiropractor this morning and she wiggled me again, but I felt much better this time. Went to Ellie's. We spent hours putting on makeup, spiking our hair, etc. Marie, Evelyn and Penny were there as well. Then we watched hundreds of episodes of Trapdoor, a cult programme. Trapdoor, it was that... do you remember? Yes, it was that plasticine stop animation show. Oh! And it was kind of like a kids' programme, but it was quite cool and quite surreal. And it had a tune that went... Don't be afraid of that trapdoor. I remember it. You remember? I don't remember Trapdoor at all, but I might have to YouTube that. Watched hundreds of episodes of Trapdoor, a cult programme. Well, a kiddies programme. There you go. It is fantastic. Yeah, there you go. Went to the Damned concert tonight. It was amazing. The atmosphere was so good.
This is so weird. I've just remembered the name of the tour. It was the Grimly Fiendish Tour.
Oh!
Google that. You'll know the date and everything.
There you go.
Yeah.
The Grimly Fiendish. Well, 35th.
Yeah.
We went on Halloween. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. It was a really good gig, actually.
Yeah. Everyone was totally freaked out.
Oxford Apollo. That's the
big
theatre.
one. Yeah, the theatre. Massive theatre.
The Glambourne would tour to.
Yeah.
I've worked in that theatre many times. I've also been to the nightclub underneath it during my tea break.
What was the nightclub underneath?
It was like a long, narrow nightclub with a tiny dance floor.
The Damned came on. We all rushed to the front and everyone jumped around and screamed, trod on each other's shoes, got deafened and covered in sweat, covered in bruises, etc., etc. It sounds horrible, and it was. It was. No, only joking. It was brilliant. It wasn't brilliant. It did get a bit violent at times, but we managed to get right to the front by the rail. It was great. The arm got ripped off my shirt, and I can't hear. And that, Brendon,
that's a night
is
out.
the end of December. No, October.
Well, what a fabulous way to end the month.
That was a good month.
It was a really good month.
Yeah, that's some content.
You'd pay a lot of money for a holiday like that now.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
No, I really enjoyed that. It is telling a story. I have to say also, you really do paint the picture. I can totally feel myself in those places.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Thank you.